Good evening, Unbroken family. This is Crystal Ford. I am co-founder, and CEO of Unbroken. I'm so glad that you have joined me here tonight, where we are having our 2019 unveiling. Tonight, I wanted to talk to you about the vision. What is your vision for 2019? Okay. If you followed Unbroken at all on Instagram at Unbroken LLC, for any length of time, you know that we began building momentum towards the end of December towards what are we going to do in 2019? What is our vision? What are our goals? And I encourage you all to write your goals down. Mainly because if you don't have a vision, how will you know where you are going? How do you ensure that where you start at the beginning of 2019 won't be the same place that you end at? You have to be able to look at something and be able to measure up. This is where I am and this is where I want to go. So I did encourage many of you to go ahead and write your vision, write your goal for 2019. But today I want to talk to you about how to execute those goals. It's not enough just to have a goal, but you have to know how to accomplish the goal. And I think so many of us, we have such great things we want to accomplish at the beginning of a year. And then by February, it's like, where did my stamina go? Where are my goals? Where is my get up and go? You know, it happens to us all. Some of us want to lose weight. Some of us want to open businesses. Some of us just want to live in a new home. I mean, it runs the gamut. So the reason why I'm here tonight is not just to unveil what we've been working on and have accomplished thus far in 2019 at Unbroken, but it's also to help you to get to where you want to be at the end of 2019. So let's begin. Thank you for joining me. I don't count it as robbery that you are here with me. I'm so glad that you took this time out of your day to spend time with me. Okay, so let's go. So this goes back to, for me, the beginning of 2017, the ministry that I'm a part of encouraged us to create a list. It was called our impossible list. Things that you thought that you really, really, really wanted, but did not seem feasible at the time. And for my household, we were living in a particular house and we had outgrown that house, and we wanted a bigger house. And so we began to get really specific that we didn't just want a bigger house. We wrote down how many bedrooms we wanted, what type of neighborhood we wanted to live in, what we wanted the house to have. Like, we got really, really, really specific. And we made a vision board. We put it on our bedroom wall. And we decided that this is what we wanted in 2017. So obviously, we began to do a little bit of work. We would go to different open houses. And at the end of open houses, everyone would ask us, well, how much house can you buy? How much house have you been pre-approved for? And each time we would my husband and I would look at each other and like, because we didn't have an answer. We had a vision, but we didn't have a plan. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is it's not enough to have a vision. You have to have a plan to get to the goals that you plan to accomplish in 2019. So the first thing we did is we took the steps to be able to get towards the actual goal of buying a home. So we had to get pre-approved. We had to find a realtor. And then not only did we have these visions, but we had to start looking for homes that fit the vision. One thing I will tell you in the beginning, it was a little bit discouraging because we were approved for a certain amount. And a lot of what we wanted in a house was way above what we were approved for. But we kept looking, and we kept pushing. But we created a plan. Once we talked to our financial advisor and we talked to our realtor, and there were some things we had to do. We were pre-approved for one amount, but there were some things that we had to do if we wanted to be pre-approved for another amount. So we began to sit down and say, okay, what can we do to get towards where we're trying to go. So there were certain things that they suggested to us, and we had to accomplish each one of those things. And as we accomplished each one of those things, we wound up, our approval went higher and higher and higher. So the first thing you want to do towards accomplishing your goals for 2019 is to have a plan. Write down your plan. And the second thing we're going to talk about today is not just writing down your plan, but your plan should have due dates, okay? My suggestion to you is that every 60 to 90 days or every quarter, you should be revisiting your plan. You should be revisiting your goal sheet. Why is this, Crystal? Why are we revisiting the plan? We know what we want to accomplish by the end of 2019. Let me tell you why. Because there are steps it takes to get to the big goal. Some of us have huge, daunting things that we want to do. Like, first and foremost, if your goals do not scare you, they're not big enough. If your vision does not make you think, how am I going to get here? It's not big enough. It's not large enough. Dream bigger. Do more. But anyway, I digress. So the first things that you want to do is every 60 to 90 days, you should be writing down things that you accomplish towards your goal. This year for Unbroken, our goal is just to be successful. Our goal is to end the year in the black financially. Our goal is to touch as many lives as we can touch, to encourage as many people as we can encourage. Well, how are we going to measure that? This is what we're going to do. Every 60 to 90 days, we are going to look at the things that we have accomplished and compare it to our list of goals and see if what we have accomplished in those days are pushing us towards that goal. If we find that what we have accomplished thus far, or the route or plan that we have decided to take over the first 60 to 90 days of 2019 are counteractive to what we're trying to accomplish, then reviewing your goal plan every 60 to 90 days gives you the opportunity to then reconstruct what you're going to do. If it's not working, what can we do to make it work? What different direction do we need to go? If it is working and we've accomplished almost everything on our list, then what can we add? How do we rev it up? How do we go even harder towards reaching the goals that we have set for ourselves? So my second suggestion to you is every 60 to 90 days or every quarter of the year, you should be reviewing what you've accomplished. And then you should either add more goals or redirect your plan to get to where you're trying to go. Then step 3. What's the next thing you're going to do? Many of us sit down, and I'm guilty of it. I know many of you are probably guilty of it. We have this vision, and then we write this plan, right? And we study. We're going to study. We're going to show ourselves approved. We're going to make sure we are in tune with everything we have to do to make sure we can accomplish the goals. But guess what? We don't do anything. A plan and goals without execution is like having a car with no gas. You ain't going nowhere. Okay? So the next thing I'm going to tell you to do is get up and do something. Every day that you live and breathe, you should be doing something towards your goals. If you are not doing something to help you push towards where you are trying to go in 2019, then what are you doing? What is your purpose? If you haven't started with actually doing something, my suggestion to you, it could be for many reasons. One thing is when you have big goals, it's a little bit scary. And so that's why I've talked about revisiting your goals every 60 to 90 days. It makes the anxiety a little bit less. It allows you the opportunity to see that you are accomplishing things as you lead towards your big goal. And because, you know what? Life happens. Life happens, adversity happens, and sometimes those things throw us off track. Sometimes because of those adversities, we have to reroute our plan. We don't have to stop, but we do have to reroute our plan. That's the whole purpose of revisiting. But you can't revisit what you don't begin. So the third thing that you must do if you want to accomplish your goals in 2019 is to execute, is to do something. Try it. If you fail, try something else. Get up again. You will accomplish what you set out to accomplish if you do not stop, or if you do begin. If you begin working towards your goals, then you will not be in the same position you were on January 1st, 2019. I guarantee you that. So that is thing number 3 that you should be doing to accomplish your goals in 2019. Last but not least, this is my favorite thing. Many of us do not do it because we feel like little things are not that important. It's the big goal. During the process, celebrate all of your victories. My pastor always says, what you don't celebrate, you don't appreciate. And appreciation is the full value of worth. That means when you don't celebrate when you're winning, if you don't celebrate what you accomplish, then you're basically telling yourself that all your effort is worthless. And because life happens and because adversity happens, you need to continue to encourage yourself. So knowing and celebrating the things that you accomplish in spite of what you may go through, in spite of the obstacles that may be before you, is a way to keep yourself encouraged, is a way to keep pushing towards reaching your goals for 2019. So remember, what you don't celebrate, you don't appreciate. And appreciation is the full worthiness, the full worth of a thing. And you don't want to leave out of 2019 feeling worthless. Okay, so we're going to celebrate all of our wins, big wins, little wins, all wins. And that brings me to our unveiling for Unbroken for this quarter of 2019. From this day forward, we have, you will see the Unbroken logo. We will be unveiling our logo tonight. I will post it on all social media forums. We've been working over here, okay? It took us 13 days, a little bit more than that. We actually started in the end of December, but we could not narrow down exactly the logo that we wanted, that we felt really embodied what Unbroken is. So about a week ago, it was finalized by my team, and we are ready to go. Another thing we have done is, if you're on our Facebook business page right now, you can see that it's actually been customized and edited. And we have also begun our YouTube channel, which this video will be up on immediately, as well as on Facebook. And hopefully it's a little bit long for Instagram, but I am going to do a redirect from Instagram. So that is the 2019 unveiling for Unbroken. I wanted to share that with you all because we hit the ground running on January 1st to make sure that not only are we telling you and encouraging you to accomplish your goals, but we're leading by example. I know many of you may have felt a little bit defeated in 2018, but 2019, we're going to win. So everything that you've gone through, everything that you survived is going to help catapult you to your victory in 2019. So this has been your Unbroken Moments with Crystal Ford, and I'm so glad you joined me here tonight. I look forward to a great year with you and to doing way more things. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.